Next this evening, there are two people united by one campaign. Orrin Lewis lost his son Daniel to leukemia after multiple blood transfusions. Shalona Willie would have died in childbirth if she hadn't been given blood. They are both now appealing for more black people to come forward as blood donors. The NHS says it needs 7,000 more in the next 5 years. Ria Chatterjee went to find out why.
Orrin's been through this process 31 times. So he gets a silver card. But recognition isn't his motivation.
My son, Daniel De-Gale, had numerous, I've lost count the amount of blood transfusions he needed.
Daniel had leukemia. He died 6 years ago. The NHS need more donors from the black community.
Right across the board, there's a culture out there across all ethnicities of shedding blood for the wrong reasons. We want our young people to give blood. Let's come together as a community. Let's come together as a race and help those sickle cell patients that need transfusions.
Shalona was 38 weeks pregnant with her daughter Harmony when she had what's known as a sickle cell crisis.
The pain you feel is indescribable. It's at the point where you feel like nothing could be worse. Like death is the only option, to be quite honest.
The condition, prevalent amongst black people, means the red blood cells have half the amount of oxygen as normal. It attacks the joints, and a blood transfusion might be the only viable treatment.
Without blood transfusions, these people will be living with that pain every single day, in and out of hospital every single week. So it's very important that we give blood so they can live a somewhat normal life.
Over the next year, the organisation NHS Blood and Transplant want to recruit 1,000 new black donors. London is a target area because half of the black population of England and Wales live here. So what happens to this bag of blood? Well, it's sent off to a lab for testing. It's split up into its component parts, and then it helps either 3 adults or 7 infants. Harmony only has one of the genes for sickle cell anemia. It means she's unlikely to ever experience the symptoms, but she'll almost certainly see her mother unwell many times as she grows up. Ria Chatterjee, ITV News.
I'm joined by Dominic Sutherland from the NHS Blood and Transplant. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
People have different reasons in different communities for not wanting to give blood. How do you persuade them that it's vital? Because we've been doing this story for a while, and clearly, despite cases like Harmony and her mum, the message isn't getting through to specific people that they need to help.
Right. Well, that's part of the reason why we're actually doing this campaign, is to urge young black donors across the capital and other parts of England to come forward and start donating. I think the point where we're kind of majoring on is raising the awareness about the importance of giving blood. Like you've seen in the report earlier, there's actually more prevalent, it's more likely that if you're from the black community, you're going to have sickle cell anemia. And if you're from the black community, you may have a rare blood type. And if you suffer of sickle cell anemia, it's actually ideally better for you to actually receive blood from someone of your same ethnic origin.
Do we know why people from black communities have this rare blood type often?
It depends across the whole, depending on nationality, your ethnic origin, it depends on where you're actually from. And there are obviously medical reasons. I feel my medical colleagues will be better placed to probably answer that question.
But you need that match.
But we need that match. And for the patients, it's ideally a lot better for them to receive it from someone from the same ethnic origin.
Practically speaking, take us through very briefly how easy it is to go into a clinic, to go into a mobile unit and actually lie there and give blood.
Sure. Well, what I would say, initially, the process actually starts at home. You can go online, we've got a website, www.blood.co.uk. We can find out about your local blood donor session. You can actually enrol online and book your appointment. That's the first step. Actually, at the session, the whole process should take in and around 45 minutes to an hour, and that's from start at the reception all the way through to the actual process of actually giving blood, which should only take about 15 minutes.
And from your point of view, do you provide enough centres and mobile units so that people can pop out in the lunch hour and do this very briefly?
Yeah, we've got 3 major donor centres in central London, one just round the corner from Oxford Street, called the Western Donor Centre. We've got a donor centre Edgware and Tooting. They're open Monday to Friday. You can book appointments online or through a call centre by calling 0300 123 2323.
Lots of information there. Dominic Sutherland, thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching the ITV News.